Hi guys, a long time no see. Well, at least we have things to talk about now. Yeah, remember that time when I said that I would upload every week, once a week or twice a week, sometimes even? I didn't do that. I think my last upload was months ago, and yeah, but as I said, I am really trying to just focus, not to fall out of two chairs, so to speak. So most of my energy is going towards the other channel, developing that. And yeah, a lot of things have happened since last time we talked. First of all being, wait a second, this fucking letter. Oh my god. If you don't have a YouTube channel, you might not know what that is. You might know what it is from some other purposes or things or whatever. So that was a letter from Google, which allows me to receive the income I receive from YouTube. But let me go back. So in January, I think it was the first time I got monetized from YouTube. Either was January or maybe the end of December. Let's say it was January. However, the email that I had was I had clicked that I'm an organization rather than individual, and I had to present some documents which, well, it was very hard to present them, and it was a whole debacle of things. So the monetization stopped for a while, and then I just made a new email. I clicked that I'm an individual, and I started being monetized again from March, in the middle of March or something. However, the final step towards the whole monetization process is for you to verify your address, and you do this by receiving a letter in the mail. And also, they sent you that mail by state post office. Like, they don't use like a I guess that it would be private companies. Like I think the equivalent of that would be like FedEx and maybe UPS. For here are different, but they don't use that. They use Bulgarian post office, which I think the equivalent, for example, would be for the US post office, or for the UK Royal Mail, something. I don't remember anymore. So yeah, because they use that, I think personally, things don't happen that fast. And when you request that letter, it says that it's going to come from 1 to 2 weeks, or 2 to 3 weeks, something like that. Maximum 4 weeks, maximum. It didn't come. It came after 3.5, almost 4 months. Like I was right at the end there when they would stop actually would stop my ads again. After 4 months, they stop it. And we would go to the branch of the post office. We would talk to the people, which were very nice people, by the way. It's just that when it's a state thing, it's a little bit more chaotic, let's say. So yeah, and you know, and it's the country is not that big, so I suppose that's also a factor in it. Anyway, so yeah, so I mean, I knew it would come. It was absolutely, in my mind, it was absolutely inevitable. There was no option when it didn't came. I was just I was seeing it as, you know, the universe testing my patience and my belief or whatnot, and how much I really wanted this. That's how I usually look at things when I take too much time, or what I think is too much time in my brain. It's like the universe testing me of how much I want this thing. That really helps. And so yeah, and both my boyfriend and my mom said to me that they actually lost faith that it's going to come, and I was like, nope, that was definitely not an option. And I knew in the back of my brain that even if it happened somehow, even it was like there was a bigger chance for the sun not to come up the next day than that letter not to come. But I knew that I had a backup plan with something else that I forgot. But anyway, that day at the end of June, when that letter came, I couldn't believe it. It was like, my therapist told me about this, but I forgot. Like there's this like a particular part of like the dopamine chemical, or I don't think it was oxytocin. Maybe I think it was the dopamine one. Like it's responsible for the things that take a long while, or they take a lot of perseverance on your part, or it's something hard that you need to accomplish. And when you accomplish it, you feel extraordinarily good, and that like little part of the dopamine is responsible for that. I'm not sure I'm explaining it correctly because I forgot what she told me, but when she told me it made a lot of sense. So yeah, that was one huge thing that happened because I was ready to go demonetized again. I mean, I did that for a couple of months, and I knew that wasn't going to stop me from continuing to do the work because I love to do it. I mean, that wasn't even an option for me to stop doing it or anything like that. I knew that I just had to be patient and I had to believe. That's it. And I actually dreamt it a couple of times. That was also a big sign for me because there are a lot of things in life that I have wanted really, really, really badly. I have imagined it, how they're in my arms, or how I'm doing them, or how I'm having them, how I'm buying them, whatever. And I see it so much so that sometimes I dream about them, and it's either on the next morning or like a few weeks from that moment, I usually get them. So when I dreamt it a couple of times, like I think one of it was how the girl from the post office is giving me the letter the same way it happened in real life. I dreamt it, and I dreamt a couple of the other things that I found it in the post office. So the fact that I dreamt it, for me, it was like a big relief. It was because I accepted it as the universe, saying to me, girl, I got you. You just have to wait. It's gonna be okay. And yeah, as I said, when I got it, I couldn't believe it. It was like getting my driver's license. Like the amount of euphoria I felt, like a little bit less, but up there. And yeah, on to the next thing. So because I had like accumulated an amount for months of not collecting, when they came, there was like as I said, an accumulated amount, and I knew that I need to I wanted to use it to things that I know that I need, but however, the budget version. And one of those things, it's a new chair. You might have actually seen it in one of the new videos. Hold on. Oh, you can't see it. Hold on. I'm gonna try and fix up the camera a bit. Yeah, it looks like this. It's the Dowings something, because I knew that I wanted a chair that's somewhere between a chair and like a cushion or something, or a comfy chair, to be soft, but also it's not a sofa. It's the model is the big and tall Dowings chair, and it does recline. However, for me, it's very hard to recline it. I was thinking that at some point, someday, well, I don't know how it's called, but what I meant is that after I recline it like a few hundred times, it will be easier to recline it. However, to get to the few hundred times, I have to actually use greater force than I would have liked. For example, when my boyfriend sits on the chair, he has no trouble reclining it. I'm like around between 60 and 65 kilos, and he's around 1995. So it's appropriate to its name, like the big and tall. And I did want to have more space around me, so that's a factor. But yeah, I'm extremely happy with it, by the way. Even though it has a few like spots on it. I don't know. I don't think it was during the delivery. I think that it's just during the making. But there are little spots on it from like some kind of spillage or something. I don't know. But they're barely seeable, and I don't really care. The chair was around $170 or $200. I think it was around $200, if I have to be honest, because I bought it in the non-leather textile, just because I don't like leather. I don't like leather in cars. I don't like leather in chairs. Nowhere. Just because when it's hot you stick, when it's cold the leather is cold. So it's just, I go for the more practical thing. But yeah, there is a cushion on your lower back that massages your lower back, which I haven't tried yet because I ordered the chair from the American Amazon and not from the German one, which is a whole other subject that I'm gonna talk about in a second. But yeah, as I said, this is so much better. I was reborn than from my other chair because firstly it was falling apart. Secondly, I couldn't sit on it for a really long periods of time, and I had to because my the tailbone started hurting a lot, and sometimes my back and whatnot. So yeah, this is really an amazing. I'm not sorry at all about it. Now, what I'm sorry for is the extremely embarrassing part, and which is that I ordered it from the American Amazon rather than from the German one. Why I did that and why it's embarrassing because of the delivery, and why it's embarrassing because of that, because the delivery cost me around 400 euro, and the chair was around $200. So yeah, which would have not had happened had I purchased it from the German Amazon, but I didn't, because when I order from Amazon, I use a drop shipping company that have like warehouses in different countries. They have one in UK, in Germany, in the US, and I think that's it. So when I went to the German Amazon and searched for the chair, I didn't see it. Like, you would have it, but there was no price below, which means that they don't have it at the moment. However, the thing that I hadn't noticed is when I went to the German Amazon, I was on the location. It was set to Bulgaria, which I didn't see. Had it been set to the German warehouse, it would have appeared that they have it, and I would have sent it there. However, that wasn't the case. So I ordered it from the American Amazon, and the whole delivery was really a really spicy price, which is no one's fault but my own. I just want to say that. Absolutely no one's fault but my own. And yeah, my boyfriend did try and ask if we could return it, but since it's with the drop shipping company, it's extremely complicated. Plus, by the time I I told him and he thought of that. I had already made my mind that, you know, what happened, and basically we live and we learn, and I'm just gonna be careful more next time, and that's essentially it. I'm not the one to you know, to kind of feel guilty and think on it and kind of just be harsh, really harsh on myself for mistakes that aren't, you know, life-threatening or something like that. I mean, it happened and I can turn on back time, or I can turn it back. I can do any. I mean, it would be extremely complicated and it would be a headache, and I just made my peace with it, and it was fine. So yeah, that was kind of an interesting an interesting event. Yeah, and the other thing about this share is something that happened when we were at the therapist with my boyfriend, because originally I wanted to assemble this by myself, because you see, I'm a very independent person and we've been together for 5 years, and slowly I have been letting go of that part of myself. I mean, not completely, but just, you know, as he says, men need to feel needed. And I was just used to count on myself, let's say. And I also have this really allergic reaction to women that I call damsels in distress, which are women that they stumble upon a trouble and they just lose it and don't know how to handle it themselves, and start to look to the first person and to complain and to whine and to what. I don't like to judge usually, but this time I judge. It's just, sorry. So I think it's definitely coming from me. It's my personal problem. It's probably not the damsels themselves, but because I don't want for me to become that persona. Anyway, so as we talked, to bring you a little bit back from that, and you would understand why I took the break. So he went to a bachelor party in Greece, which was for like 4 or 5 days. And during those 4 or 5 days, I could not sleep well. I had my skin broke like here, and I don't know where else. I broke my glass. I mean, my glasses broke officially and irreversibly. I couldn't fix them anymore. I also got like some kind of hive or something from something I've eaten. I thought for like 1 hour I would have like these mosquito bites all over my body, but there was no mosquito in the room, and I know because there was, I wouldn't be able to sleep because of that also. And not because of the biting itself, but because of the absolutely dreadful singing that they do and that I hear. Also, I couldn't sleep because I was alone, and I sleep a lot lighter now that I have a dog, which she's 6, and yeah. I have been a light sleeper for 6 years now, just because from time to time she wakes during the night and has bad tummy, and I need to. She gives me signals, and I have to take her outside. So my 1 year is always on the lookout for her. And when he was gone, I would hear all those strange noises all over the neighborhood or whatever, and I would be like, oh my god, somebody's gonna come inside the house, and I don't know. And then I would go to her bed and see that she's sleeping, and I'm like, okay, if she sleeps, then it's fine. Then I'm just going out of my mind, and it's going to be fine. And then my boyfriend comes home, and well, for me to feel better, I need to vent to him, because he's been the first person I want to tell things to for a long period of time, and I don't want to do that over the phone. I want for him to have fun and to to not care about these things and just to have his own time. And I just pile up everything and go for it when he comes home. And so he comes home, I hug him, tell him I miss him and whatnot. And then the minute he comes on the couch, I'm like this, and I start venting. And I end with, and I think that's a huge problem, because I think at one point I told him that he's become very useful to me or something of the sort, and he didn't think it rude or see it as an insult, just because he knows me and knows how independent I am and what this does to me. Telling him that I'm almost having like this dependency on him. So I told him that it's in my eyes this is a problem, because I didn't used to have these worries in the beginning of our relationship or before we met. The next day we go to the therapist. Just it happened that it's the next day, and we talk about things, and then I tell her what I've said to him, and she goes, oh, well, that is so so mean. Why would you tell him that? And I'm like, what do you mean? And she goes, oh, why won't you tell him that that you miss him, or that you miss his presence and whatnot? I'm like, why would I do that? He knows that I miss him. I just told him that I miss him. I've just told him that my whole 4 days were ruined because he wasn't there. And she goes, yeah, but you say that it's a problem. And I'm like, I mean, how can it not be a problem? And then she proceeded to try and explain to me why what I said could be some kind of psychological mental issue of sorts. And I just looked at her very confused. My boyfriend actually went out to take out his camera because he was laughing at me of how ridiculous I was looking at her. But it was very, very funny. Oh, so I was taught that, because they both laughed at how I was looking at her, and I was thinking, like, is this woman? I don't have any idea what she's talking about. No idea. I can't understand what she's saying to me. She's asking me a question. I don't understand what she's saying. And but the time went out, and so I told my boyfriend that you need to explain to me what just happened, after this. And he explained it to me, and I understood. And finally I realized that more or less I'm losing a part of my identity from before, that whole independence thing. And I suppose I'm getting scared, because the chair thing, this is where we come back to. Oh, and he goes, you know what? This is a terrific breakthrough that you're doing, and therapists would have a field day with you talking about this. And I'm like, the image of me talking to people for such a long time for something that I could just start resolving by just trusting him. I mean, trusting him was here, talking to people was down here. So I would definitely not want to talk to any people for that long period of time. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm trusting you. It's okay. You do whatever you want. And I told him, you know what? You want for you to fix the chair for me? And he goes, yeah, that would be amazing. That would be super. And as I said to him this, I was looking like, like it was causing me physical pain to have like another piece of my independence to him. And he was looking at me and laughing. I was like, well, what is it? And I go, no, I'm feeling a little bit uncomfortable with this, because I have to, give you this to do, and I want to do it myself, and feel good about myself that I'm doing it myself and I accomplished this myself, something that would be considered probably hard, or I don't know what. But yeah, he eventually did that. And it was really nice watching him, but also kind of, you know, foreign still, because I'm so used to doing all of the things for myself. As a metaphor, I use opening my own jars and bringing my own bags in from shopping or whatever. So, but yeah, I am trying to let it go little by little, however hard it is. But I've had this mindset since I was like 13 maybe, so I guess it's gonna take some time. But yeah, that's the story behind the chair, and yeah. There's something else. There are some other views that you're gonna see of. Wow, this is already 26 minutes long. Okay, this is quite long now. So the next video we're gonna see is about, I think, a shopping we did in Lidl, and I just wanted to. Actually, it's more than 26 minutes because this is the second. Okay, never mind. Yeah, it's a shopping from Lidl just because I thought it would be interesting for you to see like how prices go here. I don't know why, but I thought it would be interesting. Guys, it's a few days later and we did a little bit of a grocery shopping. So I want to show you what we bought, how much it cost, and approximately how long it will last us. Probably, I'm guessing, a week and a half or something like that. Have in mind though that we don't usually cook. Mostly we buy stuff from outside, like we have a grill downstairs that we buy food from and take here to eat, or there are several places that prepare cooked food, cooked meals, and you know, you can order there and just take away home. So we usually, when it comes to eating cooked food, we usually buy from there, and we have some groceries, like some very, very basic things to just with which we can survive when it's Sunday or Saturday, nothing works, or just throughout the week if we want to do something simple for dinner, like sandwiches or something else, or salads. So yeah, let's get into it. Our currency used to be Bulgarian lev, but we changed it this year to euro, and that's all I'm going to say about that. So anyway, first we have 10 eggs, L size, if that matters. Then we have 5 yogurts of these. This is not exactly, it's yogurt kind. This is my boyfriend's. He eats those and they say they're really tasty. I would say yes, but depending on how you eat it, what you eat it with. I don't like it with the oatmeal that we usually do. I do with Bulgarian yogurt, but some shakes he makes or something like that is really tasty with this one, and it's there's no sugar added, and yeah, it's really tasty treat of some sorts. He eats it for breakfast, and that's why we bought 5 of these to just stock up. Okay, next we have ham. That doesn't specify it. I'm gonna look it up in English later, but like basic ham, and it's 200 grams, and I can actually see, maybe, no, it doesn't say price, I don't think so. No, okay, I'll see later then. So 200 grams of ham, then 2 mozzarellas light for me. Also blueberries, which are 250 grams. Chocolate for me. I don't think I need to tell you the grams on that, just chocolate. One protein bar on by Rise Up. I really love them. They're really nice. And okay, when I was in America, I loved peanut butter cups. I think that was my kryptonite, seriously. And then they came to Bulgaria and I started eating them again, but then I remembered why were they my kryptonite and how fast I gained weight with them. So I'm staying off them for the most part, but today in Lidl I saw these peanut butter cups and I just got interested. I love trying out new things food-wise. Every time, all the time, I love it. And Lidl, by the way, it's very, first of all, it's super close to us. That's why that's the biggest reason why we shop there. The second one is that they have good prices. And also the second one is that they have weeks, like they have German week, Belgium week, American week, Greek week, I don't know, French week, let's say. And they import like these products, French products, German products, and you won't find anywhere else, and it's really awesome, especially for somebody like me that loves to try new stuff. But the thing is that it's only 1 week, and so if you like something, you need to go back the next day and buy some more of it, because the next week they will be gone. So yeah. Okay, moving on. More snacks. I got this Chinese style corn chips, sweet and sour flavor. I think they recently had American week, because there were some products. There were some marshmallows and chocolates maybe, and now they're moving on to their Asian week maybe or something. So yeah, we got that to try. We got this to kind of stock up on our hold on, because this is hanging on bad thread, I think. My improv. Okay, I think we're good, hopefully. So yeah, because we need to fill up the dispensers or whatnot. So this is it, and it's it's big ass. It's 1.5 liters almost. 2 cucumbers. Yeah, we said about the mozzarella that there are 2. This captured my attention because it looks like the non desserts, but it says it's supposed to be high protein. It is high protein, and they look like this, and I was very interested to try them and to compare them to the non ones. Some Emmental cheese. Another snack. Indian style with tikka masala flavor. We love these. We bought 4 of these. It's white cheese. It's almost like feta, but a little bit different. Like it's a little bit more. It's softer. So you can almost can spread it, and it's a little bit more, I'll find the right word later, but it's amazing. It's amazing. So we stock up on those a lot, and when they end, that's when we definitely need to go to Lidl. Okay, then we have some raspberries, which are like 125 grams. Cashew, some bananas, and this is the Bulgarian yogurt for which I was telling you about earlier. That it's 2.2%, and it's amazing. I love this. I ate my breakfast with this and like their oatmeal. Hold on. This and this together for breakfast. Amazing. And you can add like blueberries, raspberries, whatever you want, bananas. Awesome stuff. Right, okay, this is interesting. Today I saw in the freezer, took me a while, in their freezer, an interesting one. An ice cream pretty peanut butter. This is how it looked. Oops, this is how it looked. And when I took it, I saw this. It has like tiny peanut butter cups, but probably not exactly, because they're not gonna, you know, steal it exactly. But it looks like the Ben & Jerry's one, and I'm just like, I got really curious of how it would taste. So, because I love the Ben & Jerry's one. Kryptonite again. So yeah, so I got really interested and I wanted to try it. And yeah, bread. And the last thing we have is, I think my boyfriend got this one probably, some aloe vera drink probably, or not. Nata de coco raspberry. I have no idea what this is. It looks tasty though. It has stuff floating inside it, so I'm guessing it's aloe vera based. Oh no, it has do we have it in English so I don't have to translate it? No. So it has slices of coconut water with juice from lemon and juice from raspberry with sugar and sweetener. Okay, it looks interesting. I will try it. And oh yeah, not to forget, and we got this bad boy as well. Smacked it real nice before we bought it. And I think the total of this was 77 euro and something else. But yeah, and that's excluding the things you will buy now from the grill and from the cooking, and that will probably come to about I would guess 80 something. But I will check with him and write it there. But yeah, all in all, this is it. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you can give a thumbs up or subscribe or do whatever you like. I hope you have a nice night or the rest of the day wherever you are. And I'll see you guys for the next one, whenever it is.